Iisa lang sa House Justice Committee ang tumutol sa sufficiency in substance ng ikatlo at ikaapat na reklamong impeachment laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte, si Quezon City 4th District Representative Bong Suntay. Ginawa ang botohan matapos talakayin ang ikaapat na impeachment complaint na inihain ng abogadong si Nathaniel Cabrera at inendorso ni na House Deputy Speaker Paulo Ortega at Manila 6th District Representative Benny Abante. Kapwa nakakuha ng 54 na boto ang 3rd at 4th impeachment complaints. Busod nito, pinasasagot na si Vice President Duterte sa dalawang reklamong impeachment sa loob ng 10 araw. Pero paano kung hindi sasagot si VP Duterte sa dalawang reklamong impeachment laban sa kanya?
If she doesn't file an answer, that is considered as a denial of all the allegations contained in the complaint. And the Justice Committee will simply proceed to hearing these impeachment complaints.
Sa ginawang deliberasyon ng 4th impeachment complaint ng House panel, Miyerkules March 4, ipinakita ang Statement of Assets, Liabilities and Net Worth o SALN ni VP Duterte noong 2023 at 2024. 77.5 million pesos ang net worth ni VP Duterte noong 2023, samantalang 88.51 million pesos naman noong 2024. Malaki umano ang itinaas nito mula noong 2008. Inilabas ito sa pagdinig bilang bahagi ng pagtalakay sa ikalimang ground for impeachment ng 4th impeachment complaint na hindi maipaliwanag na kayamanan at hindi umano paglalantad ng lahat ng ari-arian sa salin ng Vice Presidente.
We're submitting it for the record because these are public records which our colleague had actually asked for. And if we will base it from the original SALN at 2008 to the 2024 SALN, Madam Chair, it is an increase. So we leave it to the Justice Committee as to whether or not we would consider it.
There was an increase of 10
As a-
million pesos, Madam Chair.
Sorry?
From 77 million to...
No, the original
88.
SALN at 2008.
How
Which
much
was
is the 2008 SALN?
18 million.
1.8. Is it 1.8 or 80?
1.8.
It's 1.8 million. Do you have a copy of the SALN also of 2008?
We will locate it, Madam Chair.
Isa naman si Cagayan de Oro 2nd District Representative Rufus Rodriguez sa kumwestiyon sa paglalabas ng SALN, gayong hindi naman umano ito kasama sa attachment ng 4th impeachment complaint.
New matter is injected by our friend, Congressman Ridon, stating about SALNs of 2023-2024. Is that particular SALN, has that been authenticated by the Ombudsman? Do you have a copy of authentication of the Ombudsman?
Honorable Ridon?
I don't think that is required. It is public record, Madam
Well,
Chair.
you know, there's no automatic authentication, public record, all the records. There has to be authentication when you go to a proceeding like this.
Sinilip din nito ang ilang aligasyon na anyay hindi naman pasok sa impeachable offense at walang recital of facts o partikular na batayan gaya ng panunuhol at katiwalian sa Department of Education nang si VP Duterte pa ang kalihim ng kagawaran. Sa kabila ng mga argumento nito, isa si Congressman Rodriguez sa bumoto ng pabor o sumuporta sa sufficiency in substance ng 3rd at 4th impeachment complaints. Question naman ang kredibilidad ni Ramil Madriaga, kasalukuyang detainee ng Bureau of Jail Management and Penology sa kasong kidnapping. Si Madriaga ay dati umanong bagman at aide ni VP Duterte na inutusan ng Vice Presidenteng mag-deliver ng malalaking halaga ng salapi sa iba't ibang tao. Ginamit ang affidavit nito sa 3rd at 4th impeachment complaints laban kay VP Duterte.
Nasaan ba si Madriaga? Di ba nakakulong yata? So we are relying on an affidavit issued by an individual who is currently in prison. Now, sino ba si Madriaga? Meron ba siyang appointment kay BP Sara?
We're not yet at the evidentiary stage. We're not yet supposed to judge whether or not Mr. Madriaga is credible. So it is premature and it tries to divert the matter now. So
Madam
let's
Chair.
not talk yet about whether or not worthy, whether or not credible, whether or not totoo yung sinasabi ni Madriaga. We have yet to hear from him aside from this sworn testimony.
Samantala, nagtataka naman si Congresswoman De Lima sa timing ng paghahain ng perjury complaint ni VP Duterte laban kay Madriaga. Pero paniniwala nito, walang epekto sa impeachment proceedings laban sa Vice Presidente ang hakbang.
Bakit dati hindi nila ginagawa yan? Noong November pa, lumabas yung sworn affidavit ni Ramil Madriaga. And then bakit ngayon lang? Tina-timing na nila. Alam nila na magbobotohan na ngayon. So maybe they're hoping na more or less ma-disway o ma-impluensyahan, mag-aalangan na mabumoto in favor of the declaration of sufficiency in substance ngayong araw na nangyari na nga. Buti na lang, wala namang pumansin.
Sa kanya namang social media post, inaasahan na ni Davao City 1st District Representative Paulo Duterte ang resulta ng botohan ng Justice Committee. Mensahe nito sa 54 na bumoto ng pabor sa sufficiency in substance ng dalawang reklamong impeachment. Tandaang pansamantala lamang ang political power pero permanente anya ang pananagutan sa mga Pilipino. Maaaring may numero anya ang mga ito ngayon pero may paraan ng kasaysayan para hatulan ng mga anay umaabuso sa kanilang kapangyarihan. Sa April 8, target ng House Justice Committee na muling mag-convene para pagbotohan naman ang sufficiency in grounds ng reklamong impeachment laban kay VP Duterte. Rosa Licoz, humahataw sa balita ngayon.